All right. Hey there, Prox Gaming Crew, and this is Proxify here, and welcome to Mario Kart World. And yes, I am going to be doing this somewhat of a said solo Let's Play for now as we go along. At some point, I would like to go and bring with one of my close friends, with my friend Kevin or with Joseph, and hopefully at some point, if they are available, I wouldn't mind actually continuing onwards with some of these different set of tracks and having them along, but we'll have to see what happens from our way out here. But if not, I'll just go and do some other set solo stuff within our way out here, of course. I am going to be doing this as a 100cc type of way of what we're going to be doing here with most of these courses. I don't really want to go and jump into like the 150cc yet because I don't really know too much about so much of with the actual set controls that are here. And I'm still getting used to this whole type of wall cart stuff that's going on for this game. And like I know how to do like some of the type of like different grinding of the type of set, like, well, I guess some of the different rails that are here, but I know that when we go and start heading into, I want to say like the last type of course that's going to be around within our time out here for the said Mushroom Cup on 100cc, because like I think that's going to be the one that has the said type of DK type of nostalgic feel of that type of said course that's going to be showing up. And I know that there's like one particular part of that said track where you are able to like grind alongside the walls, but I have no idea how you do it unless if you need like a mush or something. But like so far, I have got to try out like a couple of these said type of new items that are here, such as with the ice flower and also with Chemic. And I have to say the ice flower is not all that too bad, and I really do like that type of said item. I wish it was something that was meant back for the said Mario Kart 8 games, because that would probably work out really well. Have both a fire flower and also an ice flower at the same time. Now I did get to see that the giant mush is also back in this game, but we never actually went and picked it up yet. I think that's going to probably be like an item that may probably be for like a further back type of situation. But for right now, we haven't really got to see it yet within the time of my type of set Let's Play that's here. But yeah, like if you guys don't know, I just went and did a said type of like update within my time out here with my said video game collection. I did let you guys know about how my midnight release went and how everything was going on from there. And I know that I had to stay up for quite a bit until 12 o'clock just so that I could go and pick up with this actual set Switch 2, and had to go and try to get that all set up. I didn't realize that here for this type of said actual digital game that I was going and using the said type of code for on my Nintendo Switch 2 is that you have to actually send out a type of link thing with your Switch 1. So just let you guys know that if you are coming into Mario Kart World for your first time, and if you are like somewhat like me who has a digital said copy and you didn't realize right away of how you needed to go and properly somewhat boot up the game, well, you do need to have your other said sign-in account that you have. So if you're someone like me that has my own type of sign-in account, you have to go and link it and pair it up with your older Switch so that you can be able to go and play through the games together on that one. Now, it's not going to be like the same type of thing of like how like the other type of virtual game cards work with like the game sharing stuff, but like it's not really what I'm sharing here, because like I'm pretty certain that with that type of way, I think you only have like, I think it was like a couple weeks or something of like sharing a game with somebody, and then it gets brought back to you later. But however, this I think is a little bit different, right? Because this is on like my account, so technically I get to have it forever without having to really worry about said couple months or said weeks of having the game get brought back or something. Now, as you guys go to see here, there's going to be some of these type of special food bag stuff. Now, I know that I think from some of these different things, you can get like different type of like special like outfits and stuff for other said characters, because like in this game, it's like a collectathon here, because like there is so many amount of different set outfits they could go and put on with all your different characters and customize them out as any way that you want to. I believe the status for how your carts are going to be, if you need to know about how your cart's going to be like all manufactured and how fast you're going to be going with your different like speed and acceleration, that's still going to be playing as a factor here in this game. So if you are wanting to know about how to make yourself go a little bit faster, that's also pretty good to go and have. And I know that this is like basically like the first of many of these type of said tracks that we're going through. But so far, I've been enjoying with most of everything that has been going on for most of these courses. They look really fun, and you know, like even though that most people kind of give this game somewhat of like a bad rep just because of how high priced the game is, and I know that this game kind of has like a little bit of like Mario Kart 8 type of feel to it, but that's just because that I think really is that it's just playing off of like almost like the same type of engine, but just kind of more graphically improved in a way. Now, unfortunately for me is that I don't really have my TV set to the 4K at this moment. I do have a 4K TV. I just wanted to just make sure like how this game was going to perform just at like 1080p. So it actually looks not too bad, like for me personally. But pretty soon I'll probably change it to 4K and then see how that actually looks like while I go and do some of my videos here. Now, mind you, I think most of my game capture cards may probably not do 4K, but I can probably do 1440p. Now, it looks like this type of track here is like an all-in-one type of course. So, basically, each of the type of, like, I guess, laps that we go through, it's going to, like, change up. Kind of like how, like, Maka Woohoo or Woohoo Loop is, like, kind of, like, all about there. Now, this one, I could kind of see that this one was a little bit of a tough type of situation for me, I think. And this is actually my first time. I think I was actually using the Joy-Cons out here. Normally, I'm always the type of person that always uses like the Pro Controller whenever I go and do like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and other type of Mario Kart games from there. But yeah, I'm trying out here with the Joy-Con 2 controllers. I'm getting the feel for it. It's not too entirely bad. But yeah, I kind of like how they brought back the glider within this game, but it's not really much of like of a glider. It's just more so kind of like Sonic transformations in a way. If you guys have ever went and played like Sonic Transform, you kind of have like the different vehicles that kind of do their own type of different elements that happen within the type of set courses. All right, so it looks like I want to say we got 2 more other said courses coming. I think there is like a feature or something in this game where you can actually drive to the actual said course itself, and you don't really have to worry about having to kind of just wait for these load times or something. But I think for me, I think I'm going to kind of keep this type of way of how it is, just by kind of just jumping into the next course without actually having to drive to it. But I do like how the fact is that when you go and actually start up with like some of these different type of set courses out here, they kind of give you like a rolling start, because I don't think they never actually went and did a type of set rolling start before. Normally they would kind of just set you on with just like the beginning of the course, and then you're able to kind of do your burnouts from there. But it could get a little bit tricky if you want to try and do a burnout while you're doing a rolling start, because sometimes you don't hardly always get it all the time. But we have to be really careful for all these type of enemies that are on the road, man. Originally, before, we used to have car vehicle obstacles that were somewhat of a problem, but no, we're going to be getting a whole bunch of other things that are going to be on some of these different type of set courses that we're at. Like, we kind of see, like, there were some Goombas out there. There was, like, a big bully out there. There was also some of those Spike characters kind of just throwing out all their different spike balls at us. Yeah, they're going to cause out a lot of grief. Now here for this type of said course, this was a little bit of a problem, because this one is where you have to constantly go and use these said rail tracks that are here. And unfortunately, I'm not the best when it comes to all these. This one was, I want to say, the one that was a little bit, I want to say infuriating in a way. But at some point, whenever I do come back to this, if like me and Kevin go through like a full like a whole bunch of like all the type of said courses that are here, I'll try to give it another shot if I can. Oh, have to be a little bit careful of those red shells. And I want to say, also, if you ever do decide to get like an item that's like somewhat of like a hold item, like a green shell or red shell or banana or something, like they can actually hold onto the back of your cart, and you don't need to like use any type of button prompts or anything to hold it. Normally it would just go and do it for you, which that's a pretty neat little handy type of tool that's there here for Mario Kart World, because I don't think Mario Kart 8 had anything like that, because normally you would have to hold onto the set item, or else like you would just drop it, I think, if you didn't really have it like in the back of you. Like, you can, like, keep it in your item storage and not use it yet, but if you do go and use it, you'll have to, like, drop it or just hold it with a button prompt. Alright, and here we go. We got ourselves with a mush. Hopefully we can kind of at least make ourselves get a little bit back into our regular type of position. Oh no, we got Chemic out here, so now I've been turned into a Goomba! What is this? That's not my character. I was supposed to be a penguin. Now, we will be unlocking a new character after this because, well, of course, it is a Mario Kart game after all, so we are going to have to get at least something new that's going to be showing up. But I'm not going to say who that character is. And maybe it could be the character that's right in front of us. I don't know. We'll have to see. Okay, so let us go and let's begin. I kind of actually like the OST that's in the background. I don't know if you guys can kind of hear it, but it kind of has a little bit of like some old school, I think, what's it, like Rico Harbor? At first, when I went and did this recording, I thought that sounded like Bianco Hills from like Mario Sunshine, but no, I think that's more so like a Rico Harbor remix out here. Pretty nice that you get to hear a little bit of some classic GameCube stuff. Now, mind you, if you guys don't know, the GameCube NSO is the new thing for the Switch too, so maybe that's the reason why that they kind of implemented that around. Oh, so now it's already nighttime already, huh? Yeah, by the way, the different, like, I guess weather that happens within the game starts to switch around. So normally if we're going to be playing throughout the daytime and then we go through like the next type of track or something, it's going to like change us right into like into the next type of weather climate that'll happen. It could probably change it to night or it could start raining like crazy. I can't wait till we start like doing like the open world aspect of this because like I know that there's like quite a bit of like different side stuff that you could go and do, and I think there's like other said collectibles for that too. Like there's so many amount of collectibles in this game, it's not even funny. But it's just so weird just to kind of think about Mario Kart World for a sec, that this game, for a Mario Kart game, actually came out on an actual launch day of a said console. Like, I don't think we ever got, like, a Mario Kart game that ever came out, like, at launch. Like, I know that Mario Kart 7 came out, but it wasn't, like, released out, I think, at the same time of the 3DS. I think that was more so, I think, like, 3D Land, but it was a part of the 2011, like, game titles of that year, though. Oh, yeah, so here comes the annoying part. You guys may probably remember this from the gameplay trailers and whatnot. This is the one where the wall cart actually somewhat happens through a majority of this, and I'm not really the best at it, because, mind you, I never went and did any of the, I want to say any of those type of, like, special, like, type of conventions or anything to go and try out with this game, so I have no idea how this whole wall karting stuff works, just even with this type of course alone. But we have to watch out for the big, huge mecha Donkey Kong that's there, because I'm pretty certain that's, like, the end of the actual said track itself. But I know that we're in the lead right now with the points that we do have. It just kind of sucks that originally we did come into third place, which would have been nice to at least have like all the different set points that we do have. Pretty certain that the point system works all the way up to a maximum of 60, so. Because I was first for like almost like 2 different races. Or it could be 80. Because it seems like it goes up by like 10 or 15 points or something. I could be wrong. Alright, you have to be very careful with the barrels because they're just going to be flying all over the place. And I think with just like that being said in mind, guys, our very first cup is now finished. And we'll have to see what happens for the next video, if I'm going to be doing it as a co-op or not. But hopefully you guys stay tuned for that. I will be doing some more Mario Kart DS, so not to worry about that. We'll probably take a little bit of a hiatus within this game too. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. And of course, peace, and take a look at what we got as our new character. And that's that new character is going to have to be, while we do go and skip past all of this, with Donkey Kong, I believe, right? Once we go and click on this. Yeah, alright, there you guys see it